Episode 9, August 9th, 2017.
What's up? This is Scotty Boombox, and you're listening to the Vulgar Parenting Podcast.
Thank you for listening. Welcome back, Episode 9, the Vulgar Parenting Podcast. We curse, we drink, we laugh. This is the Vulgar Parenting Podcast. Thank you for listening. Subscribe now on iTunes. Give us that 5-star rating. Like and share us on Facebook. Follow us at Vulgar Parenting on both Twitter and Instagram. Email us the show, vulgarparenting@gmail.com. And of course, check out everything we do at vulgarparenting.com. The Vulgar Parenting Podcast is brought to you by SHS Audio Department. Check out shsaudiodepartment.com for all your pro audio needs, including DJ services, audiobook and podcast production and music licensing, multimedia services, and creative consulting. Check out shsaudiodepartment.com. All right, let's get to the hosts. What's going on, you guys?
What's up?
What's up?
It's Mr. Meal,
Yeah.
the president, back again.
Yes, sir. Everybody check me out. Instagram, President Miller.
I love you.
Twitter,
Get 'em.
President Miller.
Out, the president.
You know what's up.
It's good to have you back
Thanks.
on the big blue couch.
You got it.
To my right, the coach, the life coach. Ryan Shoops, what's happening?
Not much, same shit, different day.
You get that $100 yet?
No. It's a lost cause at this point, I feel like. It's like a bar tab right there, too. I was really hoping somebody would do it, and the offer still stands. So,
All right.
at rchoops on Instagram, Ryan C. Life Coach on Twitter. Hit it up. Let's make it happen. $100.
All right, let's get it going. This is your host, Scotty Boombox. We're about to find out what's up with these headlines.
What's up?
As a vulgar parent, these put a little gleam in my eye. First up this week, a gun-wielding bride was arrested after allegedly assaulting her groom. This comes to us from Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Sounds about right.
And did you see how it's spelled? Murfree. Murfreesboro.
Middle Tennessee State.
Getting it. A little newly married bride was arrested after she allegedly fired a gunshot into the air and even pointed the gun at her groom. According to police, the 25-year-old newlywed Kate Elizabeth Pritchard hadn't even made it out of her wedding dress before getting into handcuffs. Wow.
Solid paragraph right there. That's a well-written...
Shout out News Channel 5. Let's scroll back up. Is this just AP? Who wrote this?
Yeah.
Nick Perez.
Yeah.
Nick
He's the
Perez.
man.
Shout out from newschannel5.com.
Get this man on Time Magazine.
Wow.
Can't
This
spell
dude is
Murphy Bros for shit. But he can
right
write.
in fire.
Cleared it. It's amazing. So, we've been to some pretty rough weddings. I've seen some pretty rough stuff go down.
Kind of scares me. I
But
have a
damn.
wedding coming up.
Yeah, you need to watch out who you invite.
Yeah.
Not us.
but the issue is it's not that my friends are bringing a gun. It's that my wife would be pointing at my wife of an hour is popping off at me.
Yeah. You guys probably, if that was the case, you probably didn't have a really strong foundation for the relationship to exist.
I mean, I'm gonna go on record right now and tell you that I'm gonna leave my guns at home that day.
Yeah. We hope your bride does too,
Ideally.
getting into this new relationship.
Yeah.
What do you think, Mel?
It's just wrong. I don't understand it. I was reading through and I was like, I don't understand why she would do this. And
Yeah, I
and
kinda-
it doesn't say
No,
why.
which is kind of one of the funniest parts about the
That's
entire
true.
article. The other great part about it is the word allegedly.
Oh.
Allegedly might be the best word in the English language because it's she did it, but we ain't gonna say she did it quite yet.
We're not allowed to say that she did it yet because she still hasn't gone to court. Right?
Yeah,
Right.
allegedly.
Bill Cosby allegedly raped 60 chicks.
Jesus.
I mean, there's other things, but yeah, there's a lot of
you got-
allegedly in the United States. But I think
Lot,
that's
very-
a great.
Very
Use
loose.
of the-
Yes, absolutely. It says she pulled out of her wedding dress a 9mm pistol and pointed it at her new husband's head and pulled the trigger, said Evans, was the was the witness. Amazing.
It was not loaded at the time though.
Was she getting what's that Tarantino movie where the two guys have all the guns in like the gun case, like Desperado or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that. She's like she's in a full wedding gown.
Right.
She just happens to have a Glock in her wedding dress. Like, what is this? Like it sounds like something out of like the Last Boy Scout. You know, where like the
sounds
dude's
to me.
just playing football. He's wearing a football jersey. I just happen to have a gun. She's just
Right.
getting married. Yep. Came prepared for this.
It
Like,
sounds to me like he's got a hefty insurance policy, marry him, but she doesn't understand the rules. Like, you can't murder him and pay out. So, and
Did-
given
did-
the way they spell Murfreesboro,
Yeah,
I
Murphy.
think that's probably the case.
dude, you did read it before you signed it, right? Well, what had happened with it?
What allegedly?
Oh, Lord. I'm not sure she knows.
What's up?
Next up in What's Up, a Utah woman was killed on a cruise ship during a murder mystery dinner. This comes to us from Juneau, Alaska. It started as a family cruise to Alaska. It ended in death. A husband and father of three is accused of murdering his wife in their cabin. Exactly how and why she was killed aboard the Emerald Princess still remains a mystery. And I cannot believe that if it's no like murderer has ever thought of this sooner. Like, I could murder you during a murder mystery dinner and people wouldn't even know if this was real
Yeah.
or not.
It's it's brilliant,
And it's scary.
and B, like,
It's another reason why I don't go to murder mysteries or haunted houses. I'm gonna play with someone's gonna actually murder me there. Trust me.
Somebody
I don't
somebody
play.
invited me to one of those, like, you go in a room, you have to read the clues to
Oh,
get out.
escape room?
Never.
Oh, dude.
No.
hard pass.
Dude, those get sold to you as like
This is going
ways
through that
to
door.
do like professional development. Get your team at Huntington to come on down and escape from this room. Like, that's called everyday work. I'm trying to escape this fucking room with the people I work with. Like, isn't that the point of work? Like, that's not a fucking professional development. That's literally what
Yeah.
work is.
Trying to do this.
No, I'm
every
trying to
day.
escape
I
from these
fail
fuckers.
every time.
Anyway, wouldn't it be funny? I'd be like, that's again another fucking perfect spot to commit a murder. Like, is this part of this? Oh, Ted, you crazy! Get up, Stan. You know, like, this ain't real. And then he like magically gets out of the room, and they're all locked in the room.
Yeah, right.
It's brilliant.
No,
Anyway.
I think that the worst part about the entire article is they didn't solve the problem. Like, they don't know how or why. Like, isn't that the whole point of a murder mystery?
Can't
like,
you tell how pretty quickly?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I think they should have been able to, like, you're getting bonus points here and bonus time. Like, we're jumping off ship of the usual script, and we're gonna figure out why this woman was actually murdered. Like, skip the police. We don't need no detectives, no FBI, nothing like that. Like, these 20 people are gonna figure this out.
So, a passenger, Tom Stites, he said, some of the people that were in the murder mystery thought they were just playing a hoax on them with all of the emergency calls. Dude,
Just keep going, Tom.
they must have thought it was improv. Jesus.
Right.
Well, it's all part of the.
Oh, terrible.
It's all part of the game.
Terrible.
White people.
All right.
What's up?
So they've finally reached a verdict in the case in Taunton, Massachusetts, where a young woman who's just now 20 was convicted for the texts that she was sending to her boyfriend who was attempting to commit
Alleged
suicide.
boyfriend.
Allegedly attempting. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. It's all allegedly. That's gonna
Everything's
be everything.
alleged.
I just think we found the title of this episode right there. Allegedly. So this guy's allegedly in his truck, and he is running the truck in the garage with the windows down. Right. So he's trying to carbon monoxide gas himself out.
It was in the garage. It was like at a parking lot of like some store.
Oh, would he do it with like a hose or something?
I don't know. No, he put a generator in his car, in the truck. Ran the generator in like the back of his car.
Dear Lord, that doesn't seem like that seems like literally the
And then
worst
he
way you
got
could
out.
yourself.
He got out, and the girl texted him to like
And
basically,
told him-
"Don't
told
be
him-
a pussy.
and told him to get back
the car."
in. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So
America's sweetheart.
after all this comes out, she goes to trial. Turns out she's finally gets sentenced 15 months for
In juvie.
What was the charges? No, she's as an adult.
She got charged as a juvenile. She was 17 when it happened.
2.5 jail sentence, so to only serve 15 months and 5 years of probation. Miller, do you think that was warranted? Do you think that was a good or a bad sentence? How do you feel on the 15 months?
I actually think it's kind of, I'm okay with it. I mean, I think what was the max, like 20 years or something like that? She could have gone in for. I think that would have been a little bit ridiculous.
That's the max for literally everything anymore. I swear to God.
Right, allegedly.
Facing 20 years.
Right, but
everything.
I'm okay with the 15 months. I'm actually really, I'm glad there's like a longer than normal probation, like 5 years. That's a long time, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah,
I think it's in line with what I would expect.
I'm gonna go against you. I think it's fucking bullshit.
Should be more.
How?
No, I think
How is
it's
it bullshit?
I wouldn't give this girl anything.
Oh, I'm kind of with you.
I can tell you to go jump off a bridge right now. Like,
You have,
obviously,
you
yeah,
have,
I probably have.
a
I've
couple
probably
times.
said up
Yeah.
worse things to you.
But see,
Every
I didn't.
third text.
If I do it, it shouldn't be Juice's
It's not
fault.
my fault.
Yeah.
But like, and that's
No.
and I know that she like pressured him into it. Like it was a game for her. And I'm not gonna say that this girl is like, Miss America or anything like that. Like I'm not saying she's a good person, but like,
Was on her way.
even
more of a tragedy.
Yeah, she's a fucking.
On her way to
she's a
being Miss
piece
America.
of shit. She sucks. Like. Yeah, like you deserve all the hate that you get in the United States and people don't like you. But at the same time, like, she was in Florida and he was in like New Jersey or something like that, or vice versa. Like, they were across the country. It's not like she sat there and made him do anything. Like, to me, I sit there and say, you know what? Like,
I definitely see your point. I guess my thing would be, as a former bullier, like that's
bullier.
I didn't even know I should say former.
You can just say bully.
Right, or bully. There you go.
there you go. Yeah, I think that's a technical term.
Like
I don't know.
Wait.
You tried to make greater bully.
Greater bullier.
Like
yeah.
like bullier.
Right.
Like
Bullier.
okay, just
I
be
think
a bully.
I think
Okay.
it works. So
Allegedly, you were a
former
bully.
Allegedly.
Like I can see where, if you got the right person, you should know this is how far I'm going to take it with this person. And if this kid is obviously this kid was weak, and so I do think she bears some responsibility in not holding up and not knowing, like, oh shit, I know he's serious.
Oh no, I absolutely think she wanted him to kill himself.
Right. And so for me, 15
She
months
probably
in
thought it was a
prison
game.
is okay.
and
No, it was a game.
she's playing I Know What You Did Last Summer or
Right.
Pretty Little Liars or some little like
Right.
it's not real to her. you
No,
know?
absolutely
But the fact
not.
that the kid did it is not her fault. She didn't do
Correct.
it. I think that she should have gotten probation and
'Cause I think that there's a lot of,
had
like-
something on her record for it.
If you're like, hey, if I'm your neighborhood drug dealer or something like that, and I give you some hot heroin or something like that, and you shoot it in your veins and you die, is that my fault?
Yeah, but that's more
Yeah.
physical contact. Yes, that's definitely.
It's definitely
that's
your
more-
fault.
I
Yeah.
don't believe in that shit. Like, you did that shit yourself. Like,
You think
You
you
don't
should
know
be
your
able to be a
limits.
drug dealer?
what?
You think you should be allowed to be a drug dealer? Is that, what you're saying?
No, I'm
that
saying, like,
cooks
if I-
hot drugs.
Well, I'm okay, not hot drugs, because but I'm just saying, like, if I give you some sort of drugs and you overdose on them, like, that's your fault. Like, you took the drug. Like, sure, I gave you I gave them to you. You
Gave is
paid-
different than sell. Yeah.
But like at the same time, like,
Well,
I don't know. I just
yeah, no, I mean,
I
I'm
don't
kind
know.
of with
everybody.
you. Like,
I think
if
everybody wants
smoke
to be
a-
able to blame other people
Yeah.
for their problems,
I-
so they don't feel as bad for it. But
True.
it's not the girl's fault. She didn't do anything.
If I smoke a joint with you, Miller, and you have a fucking hernia panic attack and die from it, is that my fault?
No,
Exactly.
no.
I don't. And if that's not
Sure,
at fault,
I gave you the
then-
route to do this, but I didn't force you to do it. Like, this kid could have hopped out of his car at any point of the, along the road. If
He
would have
was in
hopped
full
out,
control.
yeah, if he would have hopped out of the car and not stayed in the car, like,
He has
she
a
would have
choice.
never gotten charged with
Yeah.
anything.
It's not like she made him do anything.
No, absolutely not.
And again, young men, stay away from these texting girls. Damn, get you in some trouble, boy. Oh man, Well,
All right, that got a little heated. That was
that is definitely
What's up?
well one of my old timey favorite segments. A little one that we like to call What Would Dad Say? What Would Dad Say is brought to you by On the Couch, Inside the Head of American Sports, a new podcast hosted by the Sports Doc and Scotty Boombox. The Sports Doc, Dr. Chris Stankovich, an expert in the field of sports psychology. Check out On the Couch, Inside the Head of American Sports on iTunes today. All right,
bringing it back.
first up, first day on the job. A security officer allegedly stole
There it is again.
$100,000 first day on the job. A New Jersey security officer has been charged with stealing $100,000 from a business on his first day of work, Fairfield police said. Larry Brooks, 19, of Elizabeth, was working for Garda, a cash vault and armored car company, when he was captured by company surveillance cameras taking the money, NewJersey.com reported. NJ.com. Township Police Chief Anthony Manna said security officers reportedly found almost $86,000 in a parked vehicle in Elizabeth, but added there was no definitive conclusion of what happened to the remaining cash. Dude, day one, probably surprised that you passed that background check.
Yeah.
Dude, they just hired me at Garda. Like, dude must have keyed in his year wrong on his birthday. No records found. I mean, you know, like, bam, I got the job, dudes. Like,
Well-
I can't believe it worked.
Oh, man.
You're right.
I guess I would say,
Our
you let
our great plan is coming together.
why would you let a day one employee that close to that much cash? Hey, so you're a security guard. You must be on the legit.
And you're not even old enough to drink yet. I'm gonna
Right.
like,
I'm gonna
you're
trust-
so young. No,
Very trustworthy
God,
face,
no.
though. The mugshot just screams trustworthy.
he screams like, "Oh shit, I really did this, didn't I?"
Well, and
What would Dad say? His dad said, "Do it, son."
Dad was probably his dad.
Dad's got the other $14K for his
Dad,
lawyer.
yeah, Dad was the criminal mastermind. He's
Yeah.
like, actually, no matter what, before you go on your second run from the cops, you're gonna drop off 14 with me, so I
Just to make
can
it-
get your legal funds
That's right.
started.
I think it's hilarious, and I think everybody's seen the Brinks or the Garda. I think Brinks is the main one, but
Yeah.
the truck run by, and you're just always like, how tempted are you to
Yeah.
steal from that every single day? Because at least I personally have. I've been but I would like to think that if I were to do it, I would wait a couple weeks to see how things are run. Maybe look for security cameras and stuff. Figure out this is the way I can steal money and get away with
Take
it.
more than one day on the job to
Yes.
plan your heist.
Yeah.
like figure out a little bit better.
Steal a
Like,
semi truck, hit it with a semi truck.
yeah, he's like,
stuff like
Like
that.
the movie Heat.
he saw the movie Heat, right?
That's right.
And was
Just
like,
go for
I'm gonna
it.
be, yeah,
That's how you
and
do
then
it.
I'm gonna be walking down the middle of the street with a machine gun. It's gonna be sick. Like, no, dude, this is all bad ideas.
But no, I think Dad would be disappointed in the poor execution. I think my dad would understand the temptation, but I think he would just say, "You're an idiot. Why didn't you plan that out any better?
If
I
this
raised you better than that."
Yeah, if this was my dad, he'd be shocked that I even got the job. 'Cause
That's fair. Miller, you wanna? What do you think your dad would say?
Don't know.
Why not?
Didn't grow up with him.
Oh shit! God damn it! All right. Next one.
Next up, man arrested accused of having sex with an Arkansas family's donkey. This comes to us from Siloam Springs, Arkansas. A man is accused of having sexual interaction with the family's pet donkey after the incident was caught on surveillance video. Too much videotape, okay? According to KHOG, the family was asked officers to run extra patrols in their area after saying a man was trespassing on the property and had been having sex with one of their pet donkeys. Okay. If my old man caught some dude having sex with
No,
any
I
of
think-
our family animals, he would
What would your dad say if you were the man having sex with your neighbor's donkey?
oh, dude, that's not how I'm choosing to answer this one.
No, that's how we're answering this one. That's where we're going.
No. It's more. My dad would murder this man.
Over a donkey?
If I,
I'd like to think my dad would be like, just keep the donkey, man.
I'd like to think. That's awesome. Okay, so what would Dad say if I was in the news for having been caught?
You're not my son.
Fucking my neighbor's donkey.
That's
He wouldn't say anything. He wouldn't know me anymore.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't exist to him.
No.
He'd be hanging out with Miller's dad on the West Coast. But all right, next up in What Would Dad Say? This one I had to read like 2 or 3 times. I thought that The Onion wrote this headline, but it's a great one. It's PETA praises Robert Pattinson for refusing to masturbate a dog for film.
Jesus.
Hold on. Can we just take like 3 seconds of awkward silence and let that sink in? 1, 2, and 3. All right, back to it, guys.
Radical animal rights activist PETA is praising actor Robertson Pattinson for declining to perform a sex act on a dog while filming. During an appearance on Thursday's episode of Jimmy Kimmel Live, Pattinson explained the line-crossing sex scene he refused to shoot. So, dude, I can't even read. I feel like I can't even read this anymore.
All
this
I can
podcast.
think
It's
of
too
is
vulgar.
my like youngest sister who absolutely adored this dude in Twilight. Like
Yeah.
every other like 14 or 15-year-old girl
Absolutely.
who's now like what 22, 23, 24 years old that like dreaming about this guy. And I'm sure there are girls out there that sit there and still, no matter what he does, loves him because he was a vampire that liked a girl or loved a girl or whatever. Like, can you imagine this girl?
Was that
Hold on.
your synopsis
No,
of
no,
Twilight?
no. Yeah, that's basically what happened, right?
I can't even digest. Okay.
New segment.
Anyway, but then like this, I just want to picture a 23-year-old girl going to a movie theater because it's the newest Robert Pattinson movie,
Oh, yeah.
and then like here he is like giving an HJ to a dog, like
I love that you call it an HJ.
a hand job. Is that not what they're called?
You can call it that. I prefer you call it that on this show.
Hand jibber.
Hand.
So my thing,
Andy.
my question about this is what this dad would say,
Okay.
is why, PETA, are you congratulating and praising this guy for not doing it? Why are you not going after the fucker who wrote it in a scene? Like, that's the fucked up one. Yeah, thanks for being a decent person, Pattinson. I want to talk to this person.
Yeah. I want to talk to the actor. It's not. It obviously wasn't. Fucking
Right.
Pattinson's idea.
Dude, I've got it. Let's write it in that he jerks off a dog. And then someone said yes. And then a producer said yes. And an executive producer said yes.
Multiple people signed off on this one.
He said, there's this one scene which we shot, which basically there's a drug dealer who busts into the room, and I was sleeping with the dog and basically giving the dog a hand job, he told Kimmel.
See, hand job. That's standard nomenclature.
Oh.
The best part about this entire article,
He's getting fucking credit for not touching a dog's dick. What is America right now?
the best part of the
Like, thank you for being so courageous to not touch this dog's dick in an awkward way for money.
Yeah.
Like, we want to put you on a poster.
Right.
No, the absolute best part is the scene got cut from the movie. It didn't even make the final roll. Could you imagine if he did it though? Like, oh shit, I jerked off this dog.
For
and
no,
don't-
you didn't even
no
put it in a
reason.
movie?
Yeah,
like, for the director's cut, really, asshole? No. This better make the fucking theater.
like you sit there, like now, like yes, nobody knows that you jerked off a dog, but you have to live with yourself the rest of your life
Look.
knowing.
Listen. We need to get to the source
This is
on
like
this
the
one.
first episode of that Black Mirror where the
Right,
politician
yeah.
fucks the pig.
Yeah.
We're like, we're almost there,
What?
y'all.
I don't
We're
un-
almost there in real
I
life.
don't understand it whatsoever.
Oh, I feel like this is one of those like. If I was a famous movie star and jerked off a dog for a movie, I feel like my dad would be one of those like, I'm not mad, I'm disappointed situations. Like,
Listen, I know
Oh,
you had to
totally.
pay your college loans, but okay, so I get it. But
Couldn't you have at least jerked off a human?
I wish there would have been just not that kind of dog. I just don't like Rottweilers.
you remember?
You know I'm a collie guy.
Don't you remember one bit me?
Don't you remember when Oh my Lord.
We've got to move on.
We got to keep it rolling. This has been...
What would Dad say?
Little air break there, y'all. Little mental space.
Much needed.
All right, y'all. Well, here we keep going in the beautiful SHS Audio Department studios. It is time for a segment that, well, I mean, we actually had to edit down, probably more than ever this week, all of the feedback from all the listeners, all the folks at home that are just dying to hear, hopes, just hoping that their tweet would be responded to by the life coach. In a segment we call Guiding Life. Three lucky Twitter users have been selected to receive parenting and relationship advice from life coach Ryan Choops. Guiding Life is brought to you by his website, RyanChoopsLifeCoach.com, making good decisions better and bad decisions worse. Since 1985, for all of your life coaching needs, get that critical feedback you need in your life at RyanChoopsLifeCoach.com. Tweet at him at RyanCLifeCoach or email RyanChoopsLifeCoach@gmail. Get your life right at RyanChoopsLifeCoach.com. All right. You feeling up to the task tonight? You feel like you have some good advice
Feeling
stored?
good. I'm feeling good.
You should.
Yeah.
You should. Looking good. Got a lot of amazing Twitter tweets. Isn't that what they call them?
Twitter tweets.
Exactly.
Millennial Miller.
Yo.
Ooh, that actually like.
MillennialMiller.com. Dude, that is the fucking shit. You're the Millennial Miller. This has got to have legs. This is so good.
I will never respond.
Brought to you by MillennialMiller.com. Yet another fake website I made for no fucking reason.
See if it's available. Stats. Get on it.
Millennial Miller. We have to find it. All right. First up, from @Molly Mastro. @Mastro Molly, if you're trying to follow her. I have an unwanted sugar daddy, and I need Ryan Choops Life Coach to tell me what to do. Excellent lead off. Like, coming in.
So I personally know this Molly, and she was asking me, and I said, "You're gonna need to tweet, and I will give you the answer when you listen to the podcast."
That's how we play the game.
That's how the game is played. So there's a little bit of background. This dude is lightweight creepy. Gave her $1,000 for her birthday. She gave it back because she doesn't,
She felt like that was an awkward opening of a door.
I mean, if
Yes.
it
That
was
she didn't want to
500,
open.
Yeah, 500, whatever, 1,000. That's a lot of money. Now, mind you, he's married with a son that's older than she is.
Dope.
Yeah.
Straight sugar daddy.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is Vince's boy.
Just let's not let that go sideways just yet. It's too early on this one.
And then, so he took the $1,000 back and then mailed her a FedEx package.
What was
and
in the FedEx
she-
package?
Oh, you want to know?
Yeah.
A shit ton of condoms. You just open up this box and condoms on condoms on condoms.
Now that's way worse. Now you wish you'd taken the. It's like Deal or No Deal. You wish you took the first case. The first case had $1,000. The second one,
I think
it's a
Condom.
fucking box of condoms. Even worse. Like
if I can
should've
step
took the
in here, I think she needs to say not. I have this unwanted sugar daddy. I think we need to flip it. I have this unwanted psycho.
Yeah.
No, dude.
Oh, there's more to
All right,
the story, though.
Continue. There's
So
beyond this terrible Deal or No Deal.
yes. Now, Molly, I don't know why you ever gave this guy your address. You should not have. However, because he's able to mail things, he shows up at her house the other night.
Hashtag he has my address.
Yeah. Shows up at her house the other night asking to spend the night at her place, and she says no, and he slept in his car outside of her apartment.
Did she call
Oh
the
my
police?
god, dude.
No.
This is a real
What?
person.
This is real story.
Dude,
I'm not making this up.
This is a real person.
Yeah.
First off,
Okay,
all
first
of
off.
these people are real people that we are seriously guiding their life. Let's not cast doubt that we've
I'm
ever
saying
had
a
a
real
fake
person, like
anything on
like
this.
a
Yeah.
local real person.
Yes,
Yes,
local
Columbus.
real person. It's not just someone who we know through the giant interweb. It is an actual human that Choops has seen in person.
Do you want to tell her to call the cops?
Yeah.
Or me. Like, she needs to call somebody to handle this
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh
For
yeah.
sure.
I've seen a picture of him. He looks real creepy.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Should have took the
You
money.
need to give her my number. We'll handle this.
Here's
All right.
what she needs
I will
to
do that. So the first thing she needs to do is call President Miller.
Oh yeah.
Now, President Miller, you are how tall? 6'2",
Almost
6'3".
6'3", yeah.
How much we pushing?
About 3.
All right, I think you got it.
Oh, I'm confident.
I'm well aware.
Oh really? That's not so like you to say
See,
you're
the
confident.
other thing I was gonna say is just fucking blow up spot on this dude though. Like, he's married. Like, hey,
Here's I really think
I say blow up spot on him. Just like, here, fuck with you. Like, you do this one more time, like your wife's gonna find out about everything you've done.
here's what you
No.
do. You go back for the $1,000 that you realize you should have missed. Or excuse me, that you should have not missed on the first round. If he's willing to bring that to the table once, he'll do it again,
Okay.
and maybe a couple more times. You need to work him for 5 G's, get him to start paying you. Then you
Bring
can
him
still threaten his wife. You got to work him for. You got to
So
work
get
him
some
for that
cash
cash
for
now.
us.
Yeah,
Ooh.
work him for that cash.
Blackmail.
Yes.
I like it.
You know, you gotta he already put $1,000 in front of you. He literally happened.
Yeah.
Why? Yeah. Thank you. Yep. Thank you for the gift. It's under $10,000. I don't have to report it. It's not on my taxes. When can we have a drink again? How nice of you. Oh, I'm having trouble paying my utilities.
I'm behind $2,500.
Yeah, but I don't want to have checks because, it'll mess up my accounts because then I'm on welfare, whatever. Bam, sugar daddy for real. But get it just coming in financially, Then, after you get your fill, cut him off.
I don't know.
It's cold.
Dude's a little strong. Coming
Yeah.
in strong. Like, not physically strong, but just, he's aggressive.
It's, all jokes aside, obviously that was all in jest.
Yes.
A good portion of it. I still think you could get
But
$1,000 still.
Yeah, for sure. You could
You
definitely
could definitely get a
$1,000.
couple $1,000s out of him.
Yeah,
but
but I would sit there in restraining order, or
Yeah.
somebody needs to beat his ass next time he rolls over.
yeah. All right.
Or
Well,
both.
Molly, we hope that helps you out. All right. Next up is from Jeet Here. He tweets from the account @HeerJeet, HeerJeet. He writes, or tweets, excuse me. I'm thinking of asking my 3 daughters which one loves me the most, then using their answer to divvy up my estate. Good idea?
If you want your daughters to kill each other, it's a phenomenal idea. If you want to make sure you have 0 heirs when you die, I think it's a great idea. If you want your
0.
if you want your children to love
Won't
and
there always be
respect
one?
each other, yeah. Fucking-
If you want to go back to a single child system.
yeah. What's that movie where you put all the kids in the dome and they have to kill each other? It's a big
Hunger
movie.
Games.
Hunger Games. It's like real life Hunger Games.
Wow,
except
that was
for
like
your
some
estate.
charade stuff right there. That was amazing.
Yeah.
You just told me that with ESP.
Got it.
No.
No, I think it's a piss poor idea. I mean, I think it's funny that you even thought of it, but I think that says a lot about you and your character. And I think that you go third, and whichever one you like more, you give like the 0.34 to.
I think you definitely tell them that that's how you're going to divvy up their estate. But in reality, you still do third. You can
Yeah,
tell them
you
that.
have
Now, if that's a behavioral diffice that works, then yeah, and after you die,
You know,
it's
it's
a
even
third
better
everybody. But
for this advice.
use it.
Quarter, and give the last one to me.
There it is.
Just solve that problem for you. You're welcome for saving your
It's
children's
definitely
life.
10% as their life agent.
What? I was going quarter. It's easier that way rather than doing like 10, 30, 30. Like, that's difficult. Let's go quarter. That way, less math,
And
less. You don't have to carry as many zeros and stuff like that. I'm really hoping this guy's got a great. I think he's saved up. Good stock portfolio.
he's got a lot of followers, so
He's doing something right.
he's doing something right. I mean, all right. Final tweet comes to us from Celeste Jonesy. She tweets, what would Would you spend what you have left in order to help your daughter follow her dreams? Question mark.
All right, so the sound effects are A+ today.
Right.
I appreciate your love for your daughter, and I think she does as well, and I think you've done a phenomenal job raising her. I don't know how old your daughter is, but my answer would be absolutely not. Who can spend your money better than you? And I think that's the way you need to look at it. Like, I'm all for supporting your dreams, but you need to figure your own dreams out. Like, they make no sense to me. I also don't know how old your daughter is, but I mean, you got to look out for numero uno at the same time. Your daughter's young. I'm sure she's a beautiful girl. She'll figure it out. She'll get there. All she needs is just your support, not your money.
I look at it as if you have if she has like one more quarter left of school to get her, doctorate, and she's going to be some amazing doctor. Your ROI, return on investment, for those who don't know that, is much greater than just like funding her, parkour classes.
Explain ROI. It's fucking Vulgar Parenting Podcast. Next slide, please.
Carousel.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel like kids are resilient things, and I'm assuming that this girl's probably in her late teens to early 20s, and I think you know what, she'll get there. Like, she's got 60 years to figure it out.
All right. Well, thanks for the tweets. We hope we've guided your life in the right direction. Next, it's time for us to decide.
You are the Vulgar Parent of the Week.
Ever think you're a bad parent? Well, don't get so darn down on yourself, because this week's next 3 parents will make you feel like Mr. Belvedere. Vulgar Parent of the Week is brought to you by the Blunt Truth Film Project. Help the Blunt Truth, a new stoner comedy, get to Hollywood. The Blunt Truth Film. Real women have sex, real women smoke weed, and real women smoke the Blunt Truth. Follow on Instagram and Facebook at the Blunt Truth Film, and check out blunttruthfilm.com. They have a fantastic preview of the film there. It's hilarious. Check it out at blunttruthfilm.com. All right, this week's nominees, 3 fantastic sets of vulgar parents. Here we go. First up, our first candidate, woman accused of shaving a 9-year-old boy's head as an act of retaliation. This comes to us from Eureka, Missouri. A 34-year-old mother in Missouri is accused of retaliating against a 9-year-old boy by shaving his head. Officers in Eureka say the mom was upset after her daughter told her what the boy did to her. Officers say a woman's 9-year-old daughter was spending the night with the boy's sister in Legend Terrace apartment complex, and investigators say that the boy went into the room where the girls were and pulled the neighbor's girl's hair. When she sat up, he said he actually hit her in the chest. But when the girl went home, she said he had touched her inappropriately. So mom swoops in and decides, okay, she's so upset about it, and decides to shave his head as a punishment. And she gets arrested for it.
No, she did more than just that.
Oh, what else did she do?
She wrote
pervert on his forehead.
in a permanent marker. But it's not really permanent. It'll wash off.
I tell you what, if this kid has issues, you know that it's because the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree.
No.
Dear Lord. You can't, I mean...
Why can't...
It's just straight up child abuse.
That's not abuse.
You can cut a kid's hair, okay, maybe, but like when you're like drawing on his face, like that's like hazing stuff. She's basically hazing her son.
It's not her son. 9? It's somebody else's son.
Oh, I thought she was doing it to her own.
No,
she retaliated to the boy against the boy
that allegedly.
Oh well, then absolutely she should be arrested for that.
If it's your
Why?
own parent, you can get away with it. But if it's not your kid,
I think
that's
she
over the
should
line.
be arrested. If that was her son and she wrote pervert on the forehead, like shaming like that.
I don't think it was. I think it was.
But if it was
her
another
daughter,
person and she's assaulting,
how is that
another-
assault?
Dude,
there's more
you
ways than
think
just
that
someone
kid
punching
let,
someone
You think her
as
kid?
assault.
You think that kid let her write pervert on his head? He was probably fighting her and like trying to get away.
We should have fought harder.
Oh, it's kill or be killed out here in
That's
these
right.
streets.
You know it's hard out here
For a pimp.
Nah, but like seriously, like I don't know. I'd sit there and say your hair's
I mean,
gonna grow
you can
back.
hit her with
Your hair's
multiple
gonna grow
charges.
back.
Multiple charges.
The thing
Kidnapping.
wipes off. I think it's phenomenal. I think that's one of those like eye for an eye shit. Like you touch my daughter, I'm gonna give you the scarlet letter. Or pervert written
think-
across your forehead, shaved head.
You can get mad and grab the kid, man. When you start like red letter, like with black ink, like on the kid's head, like you can't mess with other people's kids,
It's
man.
funny.
You're not helping matters.
right.
But then
I want to know what the parents say. Like, what's the parents of the kids say? What's the parent like of the boy who got his head shaved? Like,
I feel like there's a whole sitcom that could be written around this. There's like 10 episodes
is-
of. I mean, this
This is
goes
an
deep.
this
Those
is like
are
a
wormhole right
This
Yeah.
is an MTV series.
It's a
right
total
here.
it's a total wormhole. No, this is a little more CW, and there's something that's haunted that don't make no sense. Like, and then in the attic or the tree
Right.
or the
And
whatever.
the girl's like
or
Jessica
the,
Biel, someone who just doesn't work anymore.
or the ghost of Shannon Doherty.
Perfect.
All right, next up, you've got to see it to believe it, but an Algerian father dangled his infant son out of a 15-story window for Facebook. He said if he doesn't get enough likes, he would going to drop the kid. According to the BBC, all right, he got 2 years behind bars for risking the life of his infant son for a few likes on social media. He sparked panic on Sunday when he posted a picture of him dangling his child out of a 15th floor apartment window in Algiers. In the caption, the man wrote that if he didn't get 1,000 likes on the photo, he would, quote, drop him.
how many likes did he get? The article never said it.
You always ask the best questions. That's why I like that you sit at this table with me, my friend. Like, what's most important here? What did we gain?
Right. Did he get the likes?
Did he get the likes?
Yeah.
Like,
Problem solved.
yeah, like you're shooting a music video,
Did
you get arrested for it. What was your rapper's name? Like, you should get the
Yeah.
free
I wanna know
club.
the ends
You're out there trying to make
justify the
publicity.
means.
Yeah.
I want to know how many not likes he got.
What is the ROI? What does ROI stand for?
Return on investment.
Next slide, please.
That's right.
Excellent. Well,
I mean, I think it's
terrible.
funny that they made a reference to Michael Jackson. Because Michael Jackson did this exact same thing, kind of.
Right.
that's right. This is so MJ.
It's classic Michael Jackson.
That's the perfect defense.
And it's in Algeria, and I don't
So
know
if he's like Michael
exactly
Jackson,
where
He could
Algeria
call
is.
to the stand 100 different Michael Jackson.
He's got a lot more
Like,
to be arrested
what was-
on if he's like Michael Jackson.
That's, yeah, you get, like,
Allegedly.
dude, that's a wormhole.
Yeah.
Like, you want to go down a wormhole? Start defending your actions by stating that they are related to
Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Like, sir.
But like Algeria, like I feel like you could get away with a lot of shit in Algeria. I've never been there, but it just sounds like a place.
They have a 14-floor rule.
One of the rules in Algeria is you're not allowed to have social media.
What's this 14 floor rule?
You can dangle your kid off the 14th floor, but once you go
The 15th
The
over the
15
line.
floors, no. Like, there's a red line on the elevator up by the buttons. Like,
Don't do it.
no baby dangling zone.
Right.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I think, I mean, yeah, you shouldn't do that. And like the thing that I disrespect the most out of this whole
And
thing,
yeah, you shouldn't do that.
but like,
Thanks, coach.
like if you're going, if you're gonna do it, like that's one thing. But like he's holding him by the t-shirt. Like hold the kid. Like if something happens to the t-shirt, I can't imagine that the cotton products in Algeria are the best made.
They get the Gap rejects, like the irregular.
That kid was wearing a Cleveland Cavaliers won the championship T-shirt.
Yeah.
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 No, but I to me, like he's holding the kid by the back of the t-shirt.
He's
Like,
done. He's not a parent anymore.
It's the scariest thing I've seen. There's just certain videos and images that you see, and when you see the image of that kid,
Heart sinks.
and it's like a first person selfie, so like it's just a picture like looking down this dude's arm, and there you can see a little bit of the balcony, and it's just skyscraper. And he's holding by the shirt. Like, you could fake that photo on me, and I would still, like, my stomach would turn. Like, I'd be like, oh my God, am I gonna fucking get? Oh my God, am I gonna like, oh, it's so scary. All right, and our final and third candidate for this week's Vulgar Parent of the Week.
For celebrity,
Is it, well, could you, well, first, definitely first rapper.
who was the other celebrity there?
Chris Christie.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Christie, I think, is the only other famous person we ever did.
Yeah.
We never touched Casey Anthony.
I would, though. She cute. I'm just kidding.
You
I'm just
would?
kidding. I'm just playing. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Anyway,
Not
carry
really.
on.
Kind of would.
Second celebrity. Sorry.
All right. Rapper Boozy. He's under fire for offering to get his 14-year-old son oral sex for his birthday. Let me read that headline again. Rapper Boozy under fire for offering to get his 14-year-old son oral sex for his birthday. I'm not even going to read the rest of this article. Like, oh my God, is this the greatest father of all time?
Yeah.
I mean, he's legit to me.
Wow.
Straight
Wow.
out. He just got out of jail a few months ago.
Yeah, he's 34, right?
Yeah.
He found himself at the center of controversy after wishing his son Tootie Raw, which is the greatest fucking name I've. Sorry, Louis, I failed you. I thought Louis Mack was a dope name.
Yeah,
It ain't no Tootie Raw.
I thought Maxton Robinson was a dope name.
Yeah, dude.
Still not Tootie Raw.
Tootie Raw. It ain't Tootie Raw. Right.
My Lord.
He's wishing his son Tootie Raw happy birthday on Instagram and vowing to get the 14-year-old a bag of money and oral sex from, quote, a bad bitch. And then they post it. It's still up. He is not taking it down.
He's just gone through and defended it.
Oh, he's just so happy. Oh, is he in there posting?
No, he's gone through and defended it, talking about how like kids be having sex at 14. I don't know why you're getting all mad at me. Like kids get STDs at 14 years old. I'm just trying to get them some dome, basically.
Oh my
So
God.
what was your age?
Oh.
When what?
When did you lose your virginity?
I wish I could
My
queue up.
parents listen to this shit. You
I
can't do
hold
this
on.
to me.
I wish I could queue up Whitney's interview where she's like, "Oh, we're going down this route." Like, oh, what? Wait, what?
What?
Like,
We can put that in
you do
production.
know what podcast you're on, right? Come on.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So
so
first,
Go ahead.
17.
Okay.
that's a lie.
How was that a lie?
Really? I'm 17 too. I thought I was older. 17.
17.
You're not even-
14.
You were 14.
I was 14.
Listen,
I
here,
really
Tootie
thought you
Raw.
were not going to answer. Yeah,
No, I was-
I was
know.
like,
Tootie
I was
Raw.
like ready for the
Dude,
the
another example.
Ollie G
Another
show.
example. At 14, you was so millennial, Miller.
I was 14.
He's
you know
having
the-
the same sexual timeline as all these millennials.
the Ollie G show when he was at
By the way,
abortion.
that's the name of our first record. When you and I finally produce one together, it's going to be called Sexual Timeline.
Sexual time.
No, but I'm thinking like I legitimately thought he was gonna go Ollie G on me. Like, ask me like, do you ever see the one where he's like going? He's at the abortion rally and he's asking the kid if he's a virgin, and he's like, "Yeah, I believe in waiting towards marriage." He's like, "Ask me all what I was when I lost my cherry." It's like 12. She was 26 and a model. She wanted more. I just wasn't ready to commit. I was ready for that exact line to come out. That's exactly what I thought he was gonna say. Like,
I never watched the show.
you never. Oh,
He's never
great
watched
show.
Ollie G. I can't believe
I wasn't on
it.
that.
Ollie G is one of the classics. Like that is
Classic.
one of the classic, like cutting edge, like TV formatted
Hilarious.
shows. 'Cause
Hilarious.
that's like 12 years ago now.
Is that old?
Like
Yeah.
14. That's like 7th grade, something like that.
It's
I was
good.
in middle school.
I almost made it on that show, actually.
Really?
Yeah, believe it or not. Spring
How?
break, Daytona Beach.
Oh, was you wearing a sick neon bro tank? It had like
No.
big neon lettering with neon
I was
fades inside the
not-
lettering.
No, I
You
was
know those?
down there.
He was on stage with LMFAO.
That was
He had a pair
definitely
of,
before
he had a pair of
that.
white framed Ray Bans with no lenses.
Yeah, clearly. You know me so well.
I don't know why it's not blocking the sun.
No, what was that? Oh, Bruno. Bruno was down there filming for Austrian Gay TV, and I was trying to get. I saw like news cameras. I was a little drunk. I was trying to get like my friends over there because I wanted to see what the party was.
Yeah.
And my friends were throwing up in the curb of the road, so we couldn't cross the street to get over to him. And then like a year later, the episode comes out, and sure enough, I was my boys across the street like laying down on the curb throwing up.
Dude, were you raised by Boozy Badass?
Right.
You sound like one of
wish.
his older kids. Damn.
I wish it'd be a good time.
Wow. All right, well, 3 fantastic candidates. Let's recap really quick. We have the mom that shaved the kid's head and wrote pervert on his head in black marker. We have the Algerian father who hung his child off a 14th story balcony and threatened to drop the kid if he didn't get 1,000 likes on Facebook. And rapper Boozy and his promise to give his 14-year-old son oral sex for his birthday. His 14th birthday. I'm going to give the first vote to Choops here. Choops, who you got? Who's your vulgar parent of the week?
I know that this is probably going to go against what you guys both think I'm going to go, and as much of my heart, I want to pick the rapper, even though I don't really like him as a rapper.
But you just respect the
fact
game.
The fact that you shouldn't be doing that to your kid, but he's giving him money, so like, you know, that kind of makes up for you being a shitty parent.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the guy that is dangling his kid over a balcony, just because that's a fucking horrible idea.
Right.
All right, at President Miller, who you got?
Yeah, the tough one this week because you can go the funny vulgar parent with the rapper dad, or you can go like the actual vulgar parent with the kid dangling, and I'm going with kid dangling as well.
Kid dangling as well. So again, this week, my vote comes down to mean nothing. I like how you guys both tic-tac-toe me, man.
Got you.
You like it, like. Yep,
Where were you
sorry.
going anyway?
Me, I was gonna go with the head shaver. Only because it's someone else's kid, and I just think, wow, that's balls. Like, what do you do to your own kid? like damn, like you just ran across the street and did that to not your own parent. My whole mind was blown during that part. I was like, oh, she did that because she was pissed off at her son for being a pervert, and that's how she punished him. That's still crazy. And then you're like, and then you guys were like, no, that was someone else's kid. I'm like, it took me a while to process it. I was like, oh shit.
What would you do if Lou came home with a shaved head pervert on his
forehead? You better. Oh no, I'm like out front with the crowbar knocking out your headlights, screaming at you from the street. You better fire on me from your house, because if you get closer, it's gonna get real ugly. I go crazy. I love my kids. Love you guys. Lena.
Please don't let them listen to this.
Hey, Daddy loves you. All right, well, I'm gonna go congratulations to, who was it again?
Dangler.
Dangler.
The Dangler.
The Dangler.
Congratulations.
You are the vulgar parent of the week. Oh man, this is the parent of the week.
Soon will fucking ground you if you keep talking over these goddamn drops. I work so fucking hard on these goddamn drops so you could.
Allegedly.
All right. Well, we are coming to the end of our show. I want to thank you guys so much for another fantastic recording. I was in a bad mood when this started. I was cranky, and now I'm in a much better mood.
You were.
Well, now you know what it's like to be married to me. It pretty much sucks. All right.
Let's wrap it up.
Wrap It Up is brought to you by Lifestyles Condoms. Fellas, I realize that some of you are as afraid of snakes as you are of condoms. But if you're not yet ready to be another vulgar parent, visit lifestylescondoms.com. All right, let's wrap it up with this final article. All right, a lot of people talking because this year is one of the worst years on record for children dying in hot cars.
Yeah.
Sorry to turn the page on y'all like that. You know, we was having a lot of fun. Then I just dropped that serious headline on you. But, update. Senators are proposing a bill to help prevent child heat stroke in cars. First off, it's pretty cool, right? Like the technology, you know, major takeaway of it was that, dude, we're getting pretty advanced. Like, robots are saving lives, you know what I mean? But, so, Miller, can you give me, or Choops, can either of you give me a quick overview of what these senators are trying to do for these kids that are being left in hot cars?
Basically, they want all new cars to be equipped with sensors that if there's children in a car and it gets so hot that the car, you know, berserks or unlocks or whatnot, and so that way your kids can be safe. But they said it's just going to be like a sensor on your car, like it's a, you know, you're not wearing a seatbelt or your headlights are on or whatever. It's just, hey, there's kids in your car and it's too hot outside.
I'm pro this. I'm very pro
Yeah.
this. Miller, thoughts?
I'm super pro. Although, what will happen if, like, people are having sex in their car.
Ooh, excellent. See, this is what I'm worried about too. My first worry was like, what's the malfunctions going to be?
Right.
Like, what if I'm just driving through Tennessee to get to the coast, and the kid's screaming in the car and the alarms just start going off. And
Right.
it OnStars a state trooper, you know?
Right. Yeah.
Like, I mean,
It's already bad enough. We have
everything's-
Windows running cars.
everything's when it's yeah, exactly. Everything's great when it works, but what happens when it
Yeah.
doesn't work? Like, is this going to be more problems than it's worth?
I feel like this is not some of that technology you really want to like depend on. Like, don't worry, the kids will be fine until the alarm goes off.
Yeah, does this cause
Like,
people that are more lazy about leaving their kids in hot cars? Like, well,
I-
it'll go right to my smart app on my phone and tell me, hey, your kid's reached a critical heat. You should probably go back to the car.
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I think that it's a. I mean,
it's a smart
I
car.
get- I
No,
get
this is
the
all
i-
dumb.
I get the idea of it, but I think you're just saving stupidity. And it's like, it's not the kid's fault that they're being left in the car. Like, there's nothing they can do. But at the same time, like, man, like, if you sit there and like, oh, I'm going to buy this car because it's going to remind me that my kid's in the back seat of my car, like, you got bigger problems.
What I do like about it is that the government has finally like realized something like this is an important thing that's happening.
Well, yeah, because I mean, we
need to think of something
We
else.
were originally going to talk about just the fact that there was so many deaths this year. I mean,
Right.
like we had planned on actually just talking about that, and then now these senators,
Right,
have
so-
proposed something. So it is, like pretty admirable.
Especially in this with the whole Trump thing going on and just it being so insane, healthcare repeal, reform, whatever. The fact that they're like, okay, that's all, yeah, that's going on, but a lot of kids are dying. Well, is there anything we can do? And so that's
And I mean,
what
the
they come
nice
up
thing
with.
is, I mean, the way they lay it out, it sounds like the technology is pretty simple and basic. It's not like the MSRP on the car is going to jump from 20,000 to 24,000.
Could be like a simple, like a motion detector, right? You can get those tossed in,
Yeah.
Right.
on your buy at like Target. You could get that and some paper towels, and I mean, dude, they sell like tiny cameras everywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
For
super,
nothing.
yeah, it's nothing.
Where do you guys stand with like pets in the car?
Same. I
Yeah.
mean, dude,
No,
if you
absolutely
trap
not.
something in your car, I mean, I don't think you should do 20 years in jail like that guy just got. I mean, he got 20 years in jail for leaving his kid in a hot car, and the prosecutor argued that it was like deliberate. His ex-wife even said that's not him. He
Yeah.
still got 20 years. Like, that's crazy. Now his other kids don't have a dad. It's like, okay, let's just lose all
Yeah.
of this.
Right.
But so it's tragic, but I think that I don't know that I love that this is something a little more proactive, because the like reactive piece on like the back end is just jail, and it's like
Right.
we put too much of our focus in that. It's already bad enough that it happened. Those people have to live with that for the rest of their lives.
But
You don't also have to cause even more havoc. It's
Right.
like your punishment is
Mm-hmm.
you lost a child or a pet or a loved one. That's on you now.
But I
Like,
think that
you don't also
don't
have to
know.
go to jail for it. Like, if you forget something, I mean, it's
How do
crazy.
you forget your
I'm not-
I don't have a child, but like I have a dog, and my dog absolutely loves riding in the car.
Mm-hmm.
And so when it's not 90 degrees outside and I need to run somewhere, like I'll take her with me knowing that I'm going to run and I'll be out in 3 minutes. I just got to go drop this off here. I got to go pick this up there, whatever it may be. I'm going to run to the gas station and pick up a Gatorade. I'll take my dog with me, and I'll still leave the windows cracked and stuff, but I know it's 60 degrees outside and she's going to be just fine and she's going to love the ride. However, when it's 90 degrees outside, I choose not to take my dog on that trip because I know I'm going to have to leave her in the car, for 5 minutes while I run in, pay, come back out. Like, to me,
Right.
that's just like, it's so much common sense. And that's like I get like wanting to save the kids.
Because you love your dog. Yeah.
Because I love my dog. And it's
Yeah.
like, you know
It's
what?
like-
And when I take my kids and I
Hopefully
have
these
to go
people love their kids.
and I have to go to the Dollar Tree or whatever, or Dollar General, because we did one where the lady is a vulgar parent, where she was left her kids and she had to run in the Dollar General. But it's like, you have to understand that it's 90 degrees outside.
Like, damn,
and
how long
common
was you in
sense-
that Dollar General?
Yeah.
God.
Like, and I know
Dude,
that
I spent way too much time at Dollar General.
I know that it's one of those that like you could run in and grab everything in 10 minutes without the kids, but if you take the kids with you, it's going to take 20 minutes by the time you get them out of the seat, get them in there. They're going to be running around, and then you have to load them back up. But at the same time, like, it's your fucking child.
Yeah.
For our listeners and you too, if you don't know, Ohio is one of the several states where after an attempt to locate the parent and or I don't even think of it for kids, I think you're allowed to just break the windows. But for pets, you have to attempt to like open the doors to the restaurant. Whose white GMC is this? And if no one answers, then you're allowed to break the window. So state of Ohio, you can break the window.
Yeah, because
Nice.
that's common sense.
Right. But there's some states
crazy.
that say no.
I
Yeah,
like that
I'll
the
still bust that
technology.
window.
I think I think it's a good way. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm still pro technology. I did take a
Yeah,
little.
I mean,
I
it's
did
not
take a little
gonna-
tangent there on jail sentences for
No,
people
and I think
who this happens to or with or whatever.
And I think
But
that's
my point
absolutely right. But
is
I
I
agree.
would rather see stuff like this where there's effort being put in
Yeah.
on the front
Well,
end.
and I think
of-
it would be
of-
nice
of a
if it
problem.
happens, if something like that happens, for an alarm to go off on the car and, you know, the doors and windows to automatically like unlock and go down.
Yeah, you can auto unroll the windows quick. Boom.
So like,
there it
boom,
is.
if you did it, now somebody's aware, like, because, you know, I don't care if you're walking into Kroger right now.
Or
the
you're
horn
gonna
goes off,
survive-
everybody's going to turn around and look.
You're gonna survive with the windows down.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So I think something like that's helpful, but I still think you're a shitty parent.
It's a fantastic hot take to wrap it up on. It's been real, y'all.
Yeah.
Episode 9 coming to a conclusion here.
And the raps.
Life coach, tell them where they can find you at for that critical life guidance.
Ryan C. Life Coach
Yeah.
on Twitter, at rchoops on Instagram.
You got anything big coming up this week?
Not really. We set a date. I don't know if I
Ooh.
told you. July 7th, 2018.
Damn. California love.
No,
Nice.
so
Dope. Very excited.
the both of you should keep the schedule open that week.
Oh shit, we're gonna be invited to your wedding.
Maybe.
Damn. If I play my cards right, it's
That's
a long
right.
year.
Long year.
A lot of episodes.
All right. President Miller,
Yeah.
it's good seeing you. Tell them where they can tell them where they can find your astute opinion on the
At
internet.
President Miller.
Ooh,
Twitter.
at what?
President Miller.
Yeah.
Twitter.
I'm looking forward to learning a little about a different side of you coming up here, Millennial Miller.
I'm going to give it a shot.
And this has been your host, Scotty Boombox. Find me at Scotty Boombox on everything, whatever. This has been...
Let's wrap it up.
This has been the Vulgar Parenting Podcast. Thank you for listening. Subscribe now on iTunes. Give us that 5-star rating. Like and share us on Facebook. And follow us online at Vulgar Parenting on both Twitter and Instagram. And check out everything we do at vulgarparenting.com.
Peace. Allegedly.
Allegedly.